If I told you that money has feelings and reacts exactly like a person, would you believe me? Well, what almost no one realizes is that money feels when it's rejected, when it's treated with fear, guilt, or even contempt. And that's why, for many people, it comes and goes quickly. But today you'll discover a simple secret, something that could be the key to your financial life. A secret that shows you that money isn't your enemy. It's a friend, just waiting to be treated right, so it never leaves. Imagine waking up one day and no longer worrying about bills, invoices, or that constant fear of running out of money. Imagine looking at your bank account and feeling peace, security, and confidence, knowing that money is flowing to you naturally, effortlessly, and without struggle. That's what happens when you change the way you talk, think, and feel about money. In the next few minutes, I'll show you the method that transforms your relationship with prosperity. It's not about working harder, killing yourself with effort, or waiting for a miracle to fall from the sky. It's about aligning your energy with abundance and understanding how money responds to your vibration. When you learn to treat money like a friend, it begins to trust you, and when money trusts you, it never abandons you. So stay with me until the end, because what you're about to hear here could be the turning point between the life you have and the life you've always dreamed of having. Now you understand that money doesn't run away from those who treat it as an ally. This revelation has the power to completely change your financial life, because starting today, you know how to make money trust you and stay by your side. Those who feel this awakening know they can't keep it to themselves. So show your gratitude by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. This way, you'll help others experience this same transformation and continue receiving content that strengthens their prosperity every day. Do you know why money seems to slip away from your grasp? Because without realizing it, you may be treating it like an enemy. That's right. Most people complain that money doesn't stay, that everything goes wrong, that the more you work, the less you have. But they never stop to realize that they're pushing prosperity away with their own words and feelings. Money is like a friend, and no friend likes to be around someone who only complains, who lives in fear, or who treats them like a problem. That's why before you learn to attract more, you need to understand what's making it go away. Look, how many times have you said, "I never have luck with money," or "everything I earn goes away"? These phrases seem simple, but they create a vibration of rejection. It's as if you were telling money, "I don't like you, you only bring me headaches." And money understands this. It moves away. But when you change the way you speak and think, everything starts to change. Money realizes when it's welcome. And that's when the tables turn. Some people think money only comes to the lucky or to those born into a wealthy family, but that's one of the biggest lies you've ever been told. The truth is, money loves those who respect it, and respecting money isn't idolizing it, it's caring for it. It's being grateful when it arrives, using it wisely, and never speaking about it with anger or fear. Think about it this way. If every time a friend came over you said, "You're nothing but trouble," would they come back? Of course not. It's the same with money. It senses the energy of the environment, senses what you're feeling, and reacts accordingly. You might be thinking, "But I don't have money, how can I be grateful for it?" And this is where many people get stuck. Gratitude isn't for what you have now, it's for trusting in what's coming. When you start being grateful for what's still on the way, you open the door for money to come in. It's as if saying, "I'm ready to welcome you. Come in peace. This is a safe place." And you know what happens? It comes. Sometimes slowly, sometimes unexpectedly, but it comes. Because gratitude shifts your energy field and creates space for abundance. And it's not magic, it's behavior. When you change how you feel, you change what you attract. The problem is that many people live in survival mode. They wake up thinking about debt, go to sleep thinking about bills, and spend the whole day vibrating with fear. This creates an invisible blockage. Money tries to get closer, but encounters an emotional barrier so strong that it can't stay. So the person works harder, gets more tired, and still feels like it's never enough. And it's not because they don't try, it's because they're fighting against their own energy. So the first step is simple yet powerful. Stop treating money as a burden. Start looking at it with respect, with lightness. When you pay a bill, tell yourself, "This money comes back multiplied." When you receive something, no matter how small, say, "Thank you, I always receive more." This shift in thinking creates a positive cycle. Little by little, money stops being a burden and becomes a partner. It starts to circulate, and you feel the difference in real life, in the opportunities, the ideas, the doors that open out of nowhere. An important detail: money doesn't like desperation. When you act out of fear of loss, you send a message of scarcity, but when you trust it to return, you show that you understand the flow. It's like a friend who travels but knows they'll always be welcome when they return. They don't need to worry about being rejected because they know the value they have in that relationship. Therefore, when it comes to prosperity, the key is to create a healthy relationship. You don't ask for money, you invite it to walk with you. Now think with me, what if money were listening to everything you say about it? What would it hear? Would it feel loved or rejected? This kind of reflection is what makes the difference between those who are always chasing opportunities and those who learn to let opportunities find them. So, leave your comment here. I deserve to affirm that you understand that prosperity is not a prize for the few, it is your right. Write this with intention because this word carries a powerful energy of permission. And the most incredible thing is that when you start changing this way of thinking, things around you change along with it. Situations that seemed blocked become unlocked, the right people appear, new ideas emerge, and money starts coming from where you least expect it. All this because, deep down, money never abandoned you. It was just waiting for the moment you stopped rejecting it. And when that moment arrives, it's like a new life begins. But there's one detail that almost no one talks about, and it's precisely this that separates those who attract money from those who continue to lose it without understanding why. It's something that has to do with how you vibrate before the money even arrives. Something that completely changes the type of energy you transmit. And that's what we'll talk about next. Now that you understand that money reacts to how you treat it, it's time to discover something that will open your mind. Money has a personality, and it responds to your energy. It seems strange, but think about it. Every time you talk about money with fear, anger, or distrust, you're sending a signal. And this signal is what determines whether money approaches or moves away from you. It's like dealing with a person. No one likes to be around someone who's always complaining, right? Money is the same. It feels when it's treated with gratitude, respect, and lightness. When you speak to it positively, it feels good and begins to circulate more in your life. When you criticize, fear, or ignore it, it simply distances itself. And you know what's most interesting? This response happens silently, without you even realizing it. Many people say, "Oh, I badmouth money, but I'm joking." But the universe doesn't understand irony. It understands vibration. And when you vibrate scarcity, you can't attract abundance. It's like trying to tune into a radio station that doesn't match your frequency. Therefore, your relationship with money begins with the words you use and the feelings they carry. Every sentence you say about it creates a reaction. When you say, "I can't afford it," the universe understands. "I never have it." When you say, "Money comes easily to me," the universe understands. This person is ready to receive it. It's simple yet powerful. Your language creates your reality. And the problem is that most people learn to talk about money in the worst possible way. Since childhood, we've heard phrases like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," "Rich people don't go to heaven," "Money only comes with a lot of suffering." These beliefs take hold in our minds and begin to control our behavior without us even realizing it. And the result is a cycle. We want money but believe it's difficult, dirty, or dangerous, so we unconsciously push it away. This is why many people experience financial ups and downs without understanding why. Money comes but quickly disappears because it can't find a favorable emotional environment to stay. But here's the good news. You can change that. It all starts by changing your words. Try paying attention to how you talk about money in your daily life. Every time you say something negative, stop and replace it with something positive. For example, instead of saying "it's too expensive," and say, "I'll get ready to buy it." Instead of "I don't have the money for that," say, "The money for that is on the way." It's a practice, and the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Your mind begins to accept the idea that money is something good, accessible, and that you enjoy having with you. And best of all, you start to truly feel it. And that's where the magic happens. Not because the universe will give you a gift out of the blue, but because your energy shifts. When you speak positively about money, you behave differently. You start making decisions with more confidence, seeing opportunities where you previously saw only problems. Money is attracted by this confidence. It flows to where there is security, where there is joy, where there is respect. And when it realizes you treat it with this lightness, it starts to stay. But there's one essential detail. There's no point in simply repeating ready-made phrases without feeling what you're saying. Empty words don't move energy. The secret lies in the emotion that accompanies each word. When you speak sincerely, the universe understands. When you give thanks from the heart, even without having what you want yet, the frequency changes. You create an atmosphere where money feels welcome, and that's something no complicated technique can replace. So from now on, start talking to money differently. Talk to it like you would a friend you want around. Say thank you for everything you've brought me. I appreciate having you with me. I know you come and go, but you always return multiplied. It may seem silly at first, but the energy behind these words is real. This is what will begin to transform your financial world. Money isn't just paper, it's a living energy. And this energy understands when it's respected. And to fix this inside you, write the word here in the comments, I trust. Because from now on, this is your new language with money. Trust. Every time you repeat this word, you reaffirm to the universe that you believe in the flow, that you don't need to chase it, that money knows its way to you. And the most impressive thing is what comes next. When you start speaking the language of wealth, something changes in the way the world sees you. People start showing up, opportunities open up, and money starts coming from places you never imagined. It's as if the universe is saying, now, you get it. But there's an even deeper secret, something that goes beyond words. It's connected to how you feel when you talk about money, and that's what truly determines whether or not it stays in your life. Now that you understand the power of words and the energy money emanates, it's time to look at what truly sustains prosperity, how you feel when you talk about money. And this is where many people go wrong without realizing it, because there's no point in saying, I am prosperous with your mouth and feeling fear inside. The universe doesn't respond to your words, it responds to your vibration. And your vibration comes from what you feel, not what you pretend to believe. Therefore, there's no point in repeating positive affirmations if your heart still harbors guilt, insecurity, or anger about money. You know when you pay a bill and feel that tightness, that thought like, there it all goes again. This feeling is a direct message to the universe saying, I keep losing, money leaves, me it's never enough. And the universe obediently replicates exactly that. It delivers more situations that reinforce this feeling. It's as if you're sowing scarcity and expecting to reap abundance, and that can't possibly work. But the good news is that you can change this, and the first step is simple. Stop associating money with pain. Money isn't the villain in your life. It's not against you. It simply reflects your feelings. If you fear losing it, it flees. If you feel guilty about receiving it, it feels rejected. But when you feel gratitude, security, and joy for having it, it relaxes and remains. It's like a friendship. If you treat someone with distrust, they distance themselves. If you show affection and trust, they stay. It's the same with money. Emotions are the magnetic field that holds or repels prosperity. And look, it's not about denying fear or pretending everything is okay when it isn't. It's about learning to feel differently. Instead of looking at what's missing, start looking at what already exists. Even if it's little, it's enough to make you grateful. And when you give thanks, your heart changes frequency. The feeling of scarcity gives way to tranquility, and that's what attracts more. It's as if you're saying to the universe, I trust, I'm at peace, I know money comes and goes, but it always returns. And it does. It always returns to those who treat it with trust. There's another point few people talk about. Many people don't know how to receive. When something good happens, they immediately think, do I deserve it? Or will this end soon? This doubt destroys the energy of abundance. Receiving is an art, and those who don't learn to receive block the flow. So when something comes into your life, a gift, unexpected money, a compliment, accept it with an open heart. Say thank you. This simple gesture is a magnet for prosperity. The universe understands that you are ready for more. And do you know what happens when you start to change your feelings? Situations change along with it. Bills are paid more easily, new opportunities arise, and the money that used to disappear starts to stay. because now it feels good by your side. Money likes to be where there's gratitude, not where there's fear. It likes to circulate in environments where it's treated well, where it's recognized as a tool, not a problem. So, the next time you pick up a bill or make a transaction, breathe and feel gratitude. Think, this money goes and comes, back multiplied. This simple action changes everything, because feeling is what creates the flow. When the heart vibrates with prosperity, the universe responds in kind. And that's when life begins to change in concrete ways. Doors open, work flows, unexpected events are resolved. Everything starts within and then reflects outward. Now tell me something. How do you feel when it comes to money? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Gratitude, to affirm that you are changing the energy that vibrates and making room for prosperity to remain in your life. Because when you write this word, you are saying to yourself and to the universe, I am now ready to live in abundance. And you know what's most curious? There's a secret hidden behind this feeling. Something that goes far beyond gratitude. Something that makes the money not only come back, but run to you. And this secret has everything to do with how you prepare to receive it. And that's what you'll learn next. When you begin to feel gratitude and peace when talking about money, something powerful happens. You shift your expectations. And this is where one of the greatest secrets of prosperity lies. The way you weight things determine what actually comes to you. Many people pray, affirm, visualize, but deep down they doubt. They expect the worst. And that's the difference between those who attract and those who repel money. Because the universe doesn't respond to what you want, it responds to what you wait. If the expectation within you is scarcity, that is what will manifest, even if your words say otherwise. Positive expectation is the fuel of faith. It's the I know it will work out that opens the doors to the impossible. It's a calm feeling, not anxiety disguised as hope. People who expect the best walk differently, speak differently, and make decisions with more confidence. They don't live desperately trying to control the outcome, because they've already understood that the right result comes when the energy is right. Expecting with confidence is sending a signal to the universe saying, I trust you. I know the best is coming. And the universe always delivers. But most people live in fear of what might go wrong. They pay bills with anger, work with the thought of failure, and look to the future with distrust. And guess what? Life responds with the same frequency. That's why those who expect little receive little, and those who hope for the best, even when everything seems difficult, begin to see opportunities that others miss. Because a mind opened by faith sees paths where before there were only walls. Have you ever noticed how different it is to talk to someone who trusts that things will work out? This person exudes lightness. They don't complain, they don't talk about lack. They talk about solutions, they talk about growth. And this is the energy of prosperity. Money likes to be around this type of person because this energy is stable and secure. It's like a home where it can rest. On the other hand, someone who constantly complains, vibrating fear and doubt, creates a heavy atmosphere, and money naturally moves away. It senses its welcome. The secret is to start taking action as if the money was already on the way. This changes everything. Instead of thinking, will I be able to pay? Think, I'm already being blessed to solve this. This confidence creates an invisible bridge between what you desire and what you experience. When you give thanks and believe, before even seeing the result, the universe understands that you are ready to receive. It's like turning on a light that shows the path to abundance. Positive expectations also have a silent power. They change your attitude toward challenges. Those who live in fear of tomorrow see problems in everything. Those who live in faith see opportunities even in difficulties. And it is in this difference of perspective that lies the secret of those who prosper. A mind that trusts opens space for creativity, for new ideas, for unexpected solutions. And when the universe sees that you maintain your confidence even in the face of chaos, it rewards you with more. Because constant faith is a sign of spiritual maturity. So, start cultivating the right expectation. Wake up with the feeling that something good is coming. Talk to money like you would a friend you know will be arriving soon. Say, I know you're coming, and I know you'll stay. And notice how this phrase changes your inner feeling. This tranquility is what makes money seek you out, because where there is peace, there is flow. Now do something with me to reinforce this. Comment below the word trust. Write this with intention, as if sealing a new cycle, because from the moment you trust, the universe begins to conspire in your favor. And there's something even deeper behind this trust, something that explains why some people make money multiply while others lose it without understanding why. It's a silent principle, but one that governs the entire flow of prosperity. And that's what you'll discover next. Now that you understand the power of trust and positive expectations, it's time to discover one of the most forgotten pillars of prosperity, the cycle of giving and receiving. This is where many people get stuck, because without realizing it, most have learned to withhold, to hold on, to hoard out of fear. But money is like air, it needs to circulate. When you try to control it too much, it suffocates, and when it suffocates, it disappears. Prosperity is movement, and money loves movement. It likes to be used wisely, joyfully, and purposefully. When you understand this, everything changes. Do you know why some people work so hard, earn well, yet still feel like money slips through their fingers? Because what keeps money safe isn't the amount, it's the energy with which it's handled. Saving out of fear is different from saving out of organization. Those who save out of fear convey to the universe, "I don't trust the money will come back." Those who organize and invest with levity convey, "I know the money flows, I know it will come back." And the universe responds to this security. Money loves to be where it's treated with trust. Giving and receiving are two parts of the same energy. When you give with love, whether it's time, help, knowledge, or money, you make room to receive more. And it's not theory, it's practical observation. How many times have you helped someone and days later, something good happened to you? This isn't coincidence, it's flow, because the universe returns everything you send but multiplied. Now, when you give complaining or give out of fear of not receiving enough, the flow is disrupted. It's like throwing a stone into a river that was flowing freely. Therefore, the secret is not to give out of obligation, but out of conscience. When you give joyfully, you show money that you trust it. And money loves to be used for good. It loves to circulate in clean energy, because that's how it multiplies. That's why those who give, bless, and share always have more. Have you noticed that generous people rarely go without? Even when they're in trouble, money always comes back to them somehow. It's the natural cycle of abundance in action. But the opposite is also true. When someone hoards out of fear, they close their hands and their heart. And those who close their hearts close the flow. That's why there are people who have so much, but live with a sense of scarcity. They hold on so much that money loses its joy in being there. It becomes a burden, a worry. Money loves freedom, and when you hold it too tightly, it seeks other places to circulate. Balance lies in knowing that it is a means, not an end. Now, this doesn't mean spending without thinking. Prosperity has nothing to do with lack of control. It's about confidence. It's spending consciously, knowing that what goes around comes around. It's paying for something and saying, "This money comes back multiplied." It's giving with joy without feeling pain. It's investing with faith, not fear. This is the vibration that keeps the cycle alive. And the more this cycle flows, the more money feels pleasure in passing through you. A simple exercise that changes everything is to start blessing money in every direction it takes. When you pay for something, mentally say, "It goes and comes back multiplied." When someone pays you, say, "Thank you," and may the money flow to you too. This creates an invisible chain of abundance. And the beautiful thing is that this flow doesn't stop. It grows, because the more you give thanks, the more doors open, the more the universe trusts to give you more. And perhaps you realize that all of this goes against what most people have learned about financial security. We've been taught that the secret is to accumulate, but true security isn't in hoarding, it's in trusting the flow. Money that flows in and out in harmony is what lasts. Money held back by fear dissolves, and that's why the act of giving is one of the smartest ways to multiply. Now do one thing. Write the word here in the comments flow to affirm that you are paving the way for prosperity in your life. Because when you recognize this cycle, money starts flowing happily again. And the most fascinating thing is that this movement doesn't just happen externally in finances. It starts within you, in what you feel, think, and believe. Because there's a type of energy so powerful that it transforms this exchange into a magnetic field of abundance, capable of attracting not only money, but everything you desire. And that's exactly what you'll understand next. When you begin to understand the flow of giving and receiving, you discover something even more profound. Money is loyal to those who treat it with love, respect, and trust. And this is where the real secret is revealed. Money is like a friend, a true friend who enjoys being around those who value it, who feels it when it's well treated, and who walks away when it's ignored or misunderstood. Treating money like a friend changes everything, because it transforms a relationship of fear into a partnership. And once this partnership is established, money never abandons you. Think about it. If you had a friend who only came to you to complain, ask for help, or tell you how hard life is, would you want to spend all your time with them? Probably not. That's exactly how money feels when you only talk about it to complain or worry. Now imagine that same friend being welcomed with joy, respected, and remembered with gratitude. Obviously, they'll want to stay. Money works the same way. It likes to be where it's recognized, where there's balance, where it's used to build, not destroy. Many people say, "I want money to stay with me," but they treat it with suspicion. It's like having a friend and locking the door when they try to come in. Money senses when you fear it, when you blame it, when you turn it into something dirty or dangerous. It doesn't like heavy environments, negative vibes. Money loves to be where there is clarity, joy, and purpose. When you use it to generate good things, paying for what helps you grow, blessing others, making dreams come true, it feels useful, and the universe sends more. And there's one detail. Money doesn't want to control you. It wants to walk with you. It's like a traveling companion. When you trust it, it organizes itself around you. When you despair, it disorganizes itself with you. Therefore, the secret isn't chasing it, but rather creating a healthy relationship. Talking to money is real. Talking to it like you would to someone close. Saying, "Thank you for everything you allow me to do. I love it when you're with me. I know you always come back to me multiplied." These words aren't nonsense, they're energy, and energy moves everything. When you change the way you relate to money, it responds completely differently. You begin to see opportunities you didn't see before. Doors that seemed closed begin to open. Things flow, because money is sensitive to the vibration of love and respect. It feels attracted to them. The more you treat it well, the more it seeks you out. This is why people with a light mindset about money seem to live in natural abundance. They aren't trapped by worry, because they know that money is a friend, not an enemy. And it's precisely at this point that the true power of prosperity appears. When you treat money like a true friend, one you trust, respect, and celebrate, it becomes your advocate. It protects you from difficult situations, gives you alternatives, sustains you when everything seems uncertain. Money is faithful to those who are faithful to it. And faithfulness in this case means not speaking ill of it, not blaming it for your problems, and above all, believing that it wants to see you well, because it truly does. Now you know that money doesn't run away from those who treat it with respect and trust, and this simple change in attitude has the power to completely transform your financial life. After everything you've learned here, you can already feel something starting to shift within you. And when knowledge brings results, the best way to keep that flow going is by sharing it. So show your gratitude by liking this video and subscribing to the channel, because that's how this message of prosperity continues to reach those who need to hear it most. Leave your message in the comments below. Prosperity, to confirm that you've already entered the right rhythm of abundance. And stay with me, because the next video will show you an even more powerful step, the one that makes money not just stay, but run to you.